expansion of the Executive Council of St. Martin. Let me take the part of the Executive Council of St. Martin. The argumentation for this part of the law, the argumentation used is that because of the massive decentralization from central government to the island government, we are still to see that massive decentralization taking place. And while again the law passed by Parliament late December creates the basis for the transfer, no massive decentralization has taken place and will probably not take place in the foreseeable future. That's one part of it. We also need to take note of the fact that while this law too was being pushed, at this moment the central government actually has a caretaker's function, because elections have been held. There will be basically a new parliament and another government. I wouldn't want to say a new government, but definitely a government based on the parliament elected on January the 22nd. But extremely important for us when it comes to the new election that the law proposes, this draft law by the Minister for Constitutional Affairs, is that in our opinion there should be no biasness absolutely regarding when and if an election is actually the election for country St. Martin. That should be clear. That should be clear to every citizen who will be called to vote in that election. So while we talk about early island council elections, we should recognize and be cognizant of the fact that these early island council elections are actually for country St. Martin. The 15 persons elected will be the 15 persons who will hold the office of Member of Parliament for country St. Martin. And I don't think that this sufficiently comes out. One, the discussion on this law, because what the law does, it places the possibility in the hands of the Island Council of St. Martin to, one, appoint 2 additional commissioners, and 2, to dissolve the Island Council. And in our opinion, again, that type of a discussion, the pros and the cons of it, the timing of it, should take place in a meeting of the Island Council with the 11 representatives of the people of St. Martin to decide whether this is the way that we want to go, and that not being pushed down or the opportunity created by a central government, which at this time is a caretaker's position. So those were my few points for this press briefing, and I am sure Councilman Roy Marlin has, not just at this time. Okay, so we will be, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure that you have, to my few topics, you have a few questions.
First question, the governor, what was the specific reason for not meeting with you on the issues that you brought forward, but to refer you to the Executive Council and Island Council? Did he give a specific reason?
None more than his opinion that these are matters of the Executive and Island Council, which really does not answer my question, or yours for that matter, but that was basically all that was said, and we will refer back to these 2 bodies. How the faction of the Democratic Party is going to get a response by Executive or Island Council. If we were getting that information, if we were able to discuss the role of the Island Council in the Island Council, we would not have to turn to the Lieutenant Governor.
A question about the waste disposal feasibility study. There is already a feasibility study of September 22 last year. Why would they do another feasibility study? There is anything being said about that in the Central Committee?
No, that did not come up. Commissioner Marlin wants clarification.
I have the report. I showed it to you a couple of months ago, if I remember correctly.
What the proposal was that we had in the Central Committee this week, yesterday actually, is that KEMA will do an independent review of the proposal that is now on the table for the type of waste to energy facility that is going to be built, so that the Executive Council can have an